Set. Light on. Off and racing now. Winning Blind was actually the first to go. Undercover Brother near the fence began quickly. I Can't Believe It and Show Her Heart a third and fourth respectively. And the favourite Suzy Grey's out the back last on the fence. To the 800 metres mark, Undercover Brother just in front of Winning Blind, and Artique made a line of three. Show Her Heart fourth on the inside of I Can't Believe It. Yoruba sixth, travelling deep. Get Over It's on the fence, followed then by Vo Rose, Marker Seed, Old Hat. Now Suzy Grey third last. The fence coming up to the corner will need a ton of luck. And then Mr. Kristen and Scranton drop to the tail. 400 to go. Undercover Brother, Winning Blind and Artique led. I Can't Believe It into the clear. Get Over It's on the fence. Suzy Grey about to get into the clear now, and then came Yoruba. Well on the straight, Undercover Brother the leader. A length over I Can't Believe It. Suzy Grey trying hard on the outside, then Get Over It. But Undercover Brother is the leader. Suzy Grey and I Can't Believe It coming at Undercover Brother. Undercover Brother in front. Suzy Grey is absolutely flying down the outside. I think it got up on the line. I think Suzy Grey right on the line, a nose to Undercover Brother. Third's a photo between I Can't Believe It, Show Her Heart and Get Over It. Then came Mr. Magnify the short. Magnify.
Rock Edge 790, number 8 Mr. Alert 33. 9 Suzy Grey $5, scratch number 10. 11 Top End of 56, 12 out. 13 Catenian.
I didn't think he'd be that short. Now they're all in. The Tablelander stands up well with tosser on. Gates open. Oh, there's, gee, one dip when the gates open. Not sure which one it was. The rest came out in a good line. Catenian was one of the first to go. Scarlowy's out the back. He's last with Suzy Grey when they settle. On the first, Rock Edge is wide, followed by Scarlowy and Suzy Grey, and the Tablelanders last of all. They're flying at the 600 metres mark. Command Force the inside, and Captain Nemo and Clay Shaker out in the limb 3 deep. Twin Fortune fourth, Catenian fifth on the inside. Then Diddy Do S War, followed by Top Ender. Scarlowy's looking for the way out, and so is Suzy Grey, well on the straight. And Command Force is the leader from Clay Shaker. Twin Fortune, Diddy Do S War on the outside. Catenian's going up on the fence, and Suzy Grey's down the outside. Scarlowy's running a bit of traffic. It's Catenian getting up on the inside of Command Force, but look at Suzy Grey. Suzy Grey in the twinkling of an eye dashed to the lead. Then Catenian, but it's all Suzy Grey. And Suzy Grey bolted in from Catenian and Command Force. The next time, Scarlowy, followed then by Rock Edge, followed then S War, Mr. Alert, Twin Fortune. Then came
Command Force $4.60. Jason Taylor snared that ride when Jimmy Burns suffered heat exhaustion and had to forfeit the majority of his rides.
But look, Gay Waterhouse has been great. She's been a great support.
Tarn 37, 16 Silver Cannon, Suzy Grey $3, 24 Aaron Tell.
But I'm a little bit concerned, you know, particularly with the alley and the weight she's got. But if you look at her, she's a powerful little filly, and you know, she's gone up 3.5 kilos. But gee, she looked well in the enclosure, and if she gets the same run as she did the other day, she'll probably be hard to beat. But I do have a fear that these horses that get back in this race are not making up the ground as those that are running on the speed. So for those that want to leave her out, well, that
Grey here the other day moves forward. Now they're right. Gates open, off and racing now, and Cape Shank dropped back shortly after the break. Silver Cannon near the inside, the first to go. Kiss Me began quickly, so did Prey later. Command Force going fast, but wide around the first corner. Rock Edge on the fence behind them from Catenian, Clay Shaker. Further back on the field came Defina on the inside of Kia Lee. Flying Tarns wide. Suzy Grey's third last outside, Erin Tell and last Cunnan fourth, then Prey later, followed by Rock Edge. A length away in the field, Flying Tarn, then came Catenian, Defina, Erin Tell, Kia Lee, Suzy Grey next to last, coming to the outside and tailed off Cape Shank. In the straight, Command Force in front, 400 metres to go. Clay Shakers on the outside, a length away to Kiss Me, Silver Cannon. Then came Rock Edge, pulled out. Wider out came Suzy Grey, starting to storm in with a big run. Here she comes. Command Force in front, but not for long. Here's Suzy Grey. And shortly afterwards, Suzy Grey descended upon Command Force. Erin Tell rattling home, and then Defina, but Suzy Grey broke clear. And Suzy Grey beat Erin Tell and Defina, and then Rock Edge, Command Force, followed by...
Gee, that was a win, wasn't it, by the filly, Suzy Grey. Glenn Collis for Alan Bailey at 260 and a dollar.
He goes, throwing Moulin Princess as my third choice. And I'll tell you what, Heather's not that far away.
Race 7.
This is the PMP print handicap, 1,200 metres the distance. Suzy Grey's our favourite here. And as you'd expect, she's at a pretty short quote, $1.70 and $1.20. coming off a very big, or two very big wins here in similar types of races, both in 3-year-old Class 6 races. He carries 56.5 today. Glenn Collis, the rider. The alley shouldn't. She's drawn the outside gate. She's a back marker. She'll go back near the tail of the field. And Collis will probably bring it to the outside at the top of the straight and start a run from the home turn. And Suzy Grey's on the outside of the field. She's back second and third last in the early part, and Pass Blast and Command Force, the two best to go. Silver Cannon's going quickly, about to run to the front. Long way back with Heel Run On. Suzy Grey's second last. She's 12 off the lead, and Z last. Silver Cannon in front, 700 to go. 2 to Pass Blast, 1 to Command Force. A length and a half to Play Mistress, getting a good run fourth on the inside of Stars and Bars. A length and a half to Rilenza Road on the inside of Ina's Treasure. Valley Viewers deep, and then came Carbracel. Further back on the field, Trumper Cologne. Then came Heel Run On. Suzy Grey's back last, outside Z. She's a long way from them, and Collis is going to try and weave through the field. Silver Cannon led on the straight. Out by a length and a half to Pass Blast. Then came Command Force, Stars and Bars. Ina's Treasure's on the outside. Suzy Grey's too far from them, I think. It's Silver Cannon in front, past the 200. Ina's Treasure's coming home well, and Suzy Grey is starting the motor. She's coming from the tail. Suzy Grey, Silver Cannon, Ina's Treasure. Suzy Grey's absolutely flying. She's got up. I don't know how. Suzy Grey on the line's got up to beat Ina's Treasure right on the peg. Silver Cannon's run third. Then Rilenza Road, Carbracel, Stars and Bars. If I wasn't here to see it, I wouldn't have believed it. I wouldn't have believed it. She's given them, what, 6-length start with 100 metres to go and has got up to win. Number 2, Suzy Grey, Glenn Collis the winner. 5, Ina's Treasure of race number 7. Well, she has put up an amazing performance. I'm looking at a replay. They're past the 100. She must have been 4 lengths from them inside the 100-metre mark. And at the 300, or coming to the 200, she must have been 6 and 8 off the lead. And I just don't know how she's got there. She is just an amazing filly. She's got her nose up right on the line to beat Ina's Treasure, Silver Cannon and Rilenza Road. 2, Suzy Grey, $1.80, $1.30. 1, Prince Hakeem, 15 front row. 2, Suzy Grey has paid $26.70.
Thanks, Alan. I agree with you. That is the run of the day anywhere in Australia. 56.5.
Including Suzy Grey, Cause for Divorce, and obviously numbers 7 and 8 at the 29 and 34 respectively. Number 9 is Island Beat at better than $50 on Super Tab. Down to 13 Idyllic Dream, still representing good value. It's around the $18 mark. Now at to $20.90.
Across the page and you'll see very good support for Idyllic Dream number 13. And it's the one which Alpha's put in his as in July and August, or August and July respectively.
Out wider, they're racing. The Expats up the way okay. Idyllic Dream will get back in the early part, and also drifting back Splendifico, and Vladivostok may have even missed it slightly. Going to the lead, Dance the Mute, just sitting a little bit wide out. Vladivostok's on the inside. Pindy Ridge was up there as well. Wellback was asked the Phantom on the home turn. Suzy Grey's only got a couple behind it, with Splendifico on the rails, and Patton Pays back last as they turn for home. Island Beat about midfield. The Expat travelling beautifully here for Paddy Payne. Dance the Music's under pressure, and the Expat has just rolled away 3 lengths in front. Up to third was Idyllic Dream, continuing to chase. Vladivostok's made up good ground. The Expat 300 to go, 2.5 in front. The last 200 crucial for him because Idyllic Dream and Vladivostok, and Suzy Grey with a big run right down the outside. The Expat's in front, coming at it Vladivostok. Suzy Grey and Idyllic Dream. The Expat collared by Vladivostok. Suzy Grey's got the last shot at it. Vladivostok and Suzy Grey. Suzy Grey, the outside, goes home best. Suzy Grey beat Vladivostok and Idyllic Dream. Then came a Chief, Pindy Ridge.
And he's won a Caulfield Cup, a Melbourne Cup, a McKinnon, and he wins the All Greys plate on Oaks Day, the De Movo plate. Suzy Grey.
Favouritism on track is a little different to the tote. Rory's Jane's been well tried. It's going to run top pick ahead of Suzy Grey. Ina's Treasure solid third favourite. Mouthwash fourth pick and easy. We need about 5 or 6 to move. Ina's Treasure one of the first out with Captive Bird. Emma Sensual began fast. So did Kellerise, pushing through to the inside with Noble Glow. And Rory's rail. 2 lengths then Rustic Draw, followed by Elmira. Suzy Grey's a fair way back, so is Mouthwash on the rails, being trailed by Reason to Talk and Mrs. Hollywood. Coming down the side, Noble Glow ahead in front of Emma Sensual. 2 lengths to Kelrise, 2 lengths Ina's Treasure, fourth the inside of Captive Bird. 2 to Rory's Jane, followed by Shannon Royale, Elmira. Couple of lengths away, Mouthwash, a long way from them on the inside. From Rustic Draw, Suzy Grey spots them a tidy start. Reason to Talk on her outside, and then Mrs. Hollywood. Well on the straight, Noble Glow in front of Emma Sensual. Ina's Treasure's got into the clear. Then Kelrise and Rory's Jane's pulled out wide to make a run at the 200 metres. It's Noble Glow in front of Ina's Treasure, and Rory's Jane starting to stoke up in the last 100 now. She's coming very quickly with Suzy Grey. Rory's Jane got to Ina's Treasure. Suzy Grey dives through, got there. What a win that. Suzy Grey got up to beat Rory's Jane and Ina's Treasure. Then clear of making some ground, Reason to Talk on the outside from the 55. And the running double 2 and 3 paid $13.90. 3.15. A long neck by a half head with the margins.
Park. This race coming up is 60 now, Romolata. It's actually the City of Marion Stakes, a listed race, not fillies and mares, but it is an open handicap and a listed race. 460 Romolata, go to Aptigo 17, Exalted Lad, and Suzy Grey, who's been in such good form in Melbourne, winning her last 2 in very good fashion at Flemington and Sandown, is the favourite at 240, and 16 at Victoria Park for the City of Marion Stakes. Good race. Romolata best back to beat Suzy here as they move in. Here's Hilton.
They're racing now. Beginning slowly, Aptigo, and first away from the inside, Dimness showing good speed, Stand By Me. The Little Tacker's going to take it up though, goes clear and heads off, Stand By Me, Aptigo. Romolata working up next, followed by Exalted Lad. Inside of Furnish with a mouth wide open from Spice Doll, Ken Cheval, and Suzy Grey was last. The Little Tacker leads on the side of the 800. A length in front of Aptigo, having a great run second. The speeds drop third, Stand By Me. Romolata's worked over nicely, fourth to be one off, followed by Exalted Lad, Furnish and Spice Doll. Dimness a long way back on the inside, coming to the corner. Suzy Grey will have to come around the entire field as they make that home turn. Ken Cheval might try and move her wider at the 450. The Little Tacker has had a cheap run in front. Is he the forgotten horse? He leads by 3/4 Aptigo. Romolata let go on the outside. Stand By Me with a rails run. Then Exalted Lad, Furnish and Suzy Grey right down the outside, trying to overhaul them. Aptigo went to the lead from Romolata. Down the outside, Suzy Grey continues to fly home. This is going to be a huge performance by the Melbourne mare. She's raced to the lead. Suzy Grey went by Romolata. Dimness runs on with Ken Cheval, and Suzy Grey won at second. I'd say Ken Cheval got up in time with Dimness. They're the two in the photo. Then Romolata and Aptigo, they were overhauled, knocking up the
Suzy Grey, the winner. Paul Gapp, 260, 160 over Ken Cheval, Dimness.
Well documented. There was some excuses, and she had to trial to the satisfaction of stewards after that Light Fingers run. The Swettenham Stud Stakes, not too far away at Cheltenham. It's the 6th race on the card at Group 2 status, and a bit more than $250,000 is up for grabs. Regal Kiss is the tote.
12 Regal Kiss, firm favourite on track. Second pick on course is 3 Miss Powerbird. Then it's 5 Suzy Grey and 10 True Jewels. So the Swettenham Stakes, well, and they're racing now. And from the inside, Lady Wild stood there and missed it. First away, Regal Kiss with Cosmic Strike, Raja Lane and True Jewels, a line of 4. And Shea Spice is whizzing over from the outside to make a line of 5. Here goes Lagoon from Miss Powerbird, Hamster Jazz, then Suzy Grey, and last of all is Lady Belvedere. 800 metres to go, and Hamster Jazz rather going to the lead. Empress Waltz a length in front. Second is Shea Spice, third Agalia. Fourth place just behind them, Raja Lane, and then came True Jewels. G. Regal Kiss has got buried back on the rails from La Lagoon, Cosmic Strike, and then Miss Powerbird wider out. Holder's got to get busy on this favourite, Regal Kiss. She's behind Traffic. True Jewels, the Blue Diamond winner, in front of her. Then Lady Wild and taken to the outside, Suzy Grey. Around the turn, the leader is Empress Waltz, being challenged by Agalia, Shea Spice. Then on the outside, coming at them strongly, Raja Lane. Regal Kiss into the clear, bumping with La Lagoon, and Suzy Grey down the outside. Suzy Grey's raced up and taken the lead. Regal Kiss is trying to run her down, but that's a forlorn task. Suzy Grey wins the Swettenham Stud Stakes well. Suzy Grey by a length and a half. I think Regal Kiss held second. Most unlucky. Look at one of the Perth runners flying. Lady Belvedere got third wide out, in fact, in a photo for second, and Humaline ran on 2-1 on the Swettenham.
Okay, Hilton, Alan Bailey, so out of the family of
Chatton Park Stakes. It's a black type race for fillies and mares. It's run at maximum and minimum weights. Maximum 60, minimum 52. And obviously apprentices can't claim. Smart. And they're racing. Recurring began okay. Oomph on the outside was actually the first to go, and Otavia began quickly. Rosie O'Rosie's going fast, and when they settle fully into Pourquoi, Suzy Grey's a long way back on the inside. So is Recurring with Bridal Hill. Golden Snitch behind those. Then Shove Off, followed a long way back by Ina's Treasure, Imeo Bay, and last of all, Char Elma. 700 metres left to go. Otavia 1.5 to Oomph. Rosie O'Rosie third. Denard fourth. Russian Caravan fifth in the middle. Then Tatiana. Then comes Sydney racing on the inside, being followed then by Pourquoi, Typify, Feelers. Suzy Grey's on the fence. Recurring's going deep with Bridal Hill from Golden Snitch and Shove Off, and then Ina's Treasure, Char Elma and Imeo Bay. In the straight, 350 out. Otavia 2 in front of Oomph. Denard on the outside from Russian Caravan. Here's Tatiana. Recurring's finishing quickly, and Suzy Grey's going up on the inside. Otavia the leader. Suzy Grey got the run on the fence, and Recurring and Golden Snitch and Feelers, but Suzy Grey's burst up on the inside. Suzy Grey grabs the lead. Suzy Grey has beaten Feelers and Golden Snitch. Then Recurring. The next time Otavia, followed then by Shove Off, Oomph, Typify, Russian Caravan, Tatiana, Ina's Treasure, Char Elma. The next time in the race, then back on top for the Stradbroke. And she struck a wet track there, but she struck the dry track this afternoon. And we all know with Suzy Grey, she's a dry tracker at home. She's come to win today. An amazing ride by Scott Seamer. Now, I'll just confirm these dividends.
Which is due in...
They're the numbers, Chris. 6, 3, 5 and 8, with the 6 and 3 really standouts. And, of course, in closing here, Pittons is going for 4 eyeliners, if that's at all possible.
Remarkable performance if he can do it. And if he can win his 4th eyeliner, got to be a chance. There's been good backing for a few of these. They've come from near and...
it was probably that 3-year-old Curus race. Set to go. And they're racing. Skew-If missed it. Skew-If off the inside, slow to go, but is starting to rush through to be about 7th or 8th on settling down. The first to wing, Suzy Grey back on the fence, then Travis Gay, Foxmore, and then Proudly Aggro, and last of all is Frisky Star. Pittons is the leader, 700 metres to go, a half Catenian. 2 to Gull Catcher in a great spot, 3rd, Federal Agent, 4th, and Oomph is 5th. Then Slipstream, Skew-If is next on the inside, a couple then Spurwings on the outside of Tahitian Star. Then Travis Gay, Suzy Grey's on the fence, followed by Foxmore, Proudly Aggro, and a long way back Tahitian Star. They're on the turn for home, and Pittons first around the turn. He's tackled by Cartenian. On the outside, Gull Catcher, and then came Oomph and Slipstream and Skew-If looking for the way out. Cartenian tackled by Gull Catcher, the 150. Slipstream off, and Suzy Grey's coming. Gull Catcher the leader. Suzy Grey is flying. Suzy Grey's after Gull Catcher, and Suzy Grey got up and won the eyeliner from Gull Catcher. What a performance. Proudly Aggro's 3rd, Photo 4th, Skew-If is prominent, Oomph is not far away, 2 wings, Travis Gay, Federal Agent, Slipstream, and Pittons has pulled up at the tail of the field, and what a win. What a win. Suzy Grey, she was no hope coming to the bend. She was back 2nd and 3rd last, nowhere to go. Gull Catcher had the race.
She could win after that.
Well, Larry, once she got into the clear, she was always going to be in the finish, wasn't she? She just comes that quick, doesn't she?
Well, come to the turn.
He's maiden over 6.